What's up, it's Tony back with another episode of the It's Tony podcast, and today I want to talk about a bold prediction that I have. I believe that in the next 30 to 50 years, a current social media influencer or content creator will run for president, and I think that they will win. Now, you might think that I am crazy. You might think that this is a conspiracy theory, but I have had this take for a while, but the last few weeks, I have come to the conclusion that I might be right. So hear me out for a second. In the last few weeks, I have been taking note of certain things that I have noticed. Recently, this whole year, we have seen Speed go to different countries, and we have seen that he has motion everywhere he goes. He has fans, and he is known everywhere he goes. Recently, this week, he did a stream in Indonesia, and I seen the numbers. He showed the numbers on Twitter, and you see that he has a lot of people watching him go to any country. And then, even in the country, you see that he has fans everywhere he goes.
Oh shit! Alright, so kiss. Fuck you mean kiss? The fuck? Oh, kiss it. Oh. Yeah. Ah!
I always thought that Speed would eventually become a huge influencer, but I didn't think that he would be as known as he is. I didn't think that he would be able to go to different countries all over the world and still be known. I believe that once he really started to invest his time following soccer all over the world, he gained a bunch of international fans. And you see that once he goes over to different countries, that people love him and he has a huge fan base. Another piece of news recently that I have taken note of is Mr. Beast, KSI, and Logan Paul have all come together to make their own new version of Lunchables. It's called Lunchly. And you might think, how does that have anything to do with somebody eventually becoming a president? They are building cachet in different markets, and they are also building their wealth. All three of the names that I just mentioned, Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast, they have all built up their wealth and their cachet from being YouTubers. Now they are multi-millionaires, and they have a bunch of influence and power. You think that it's easy to just infiltrate the food and beverage industry? No, but they are. And they're trying to replace a thing that has been a part of a bunch of people's childhoods. And I do think that they will be successful because they have so much influence. The thing that I want everybody to remember during this whole video is influence, and how influence is power, and how people's influence has led them to gain money, and their money and influence has led them to gain power. And all three of those things are valuable. The next piece of news that I wrote down, RDC is making a movie, and congratulations to them. I believe that the movie will be successful, and I'm just happy that they're doing it their own way. But what is important to mention with this is that they are doing it by themselves. They aren't going to a big company asking them for money to fund them. They are finding a way to make a movie on their own, and they are going to get a bunch of people who love RDC to support and watch the movie. They have gained enough influence. They have gained enough fans to do something that is hard to do on their own. And it's fire. And it's showing other people that you don't need to go to the big production companies so that you can make a movie and put it in movie theaters. It's showing people that you can find another way, that you can pivot and make your own path. The next piece of news, I seen that Your Age recently, he got a big bag from Twitch. And it's starting to look like Twitch is giving these influencers a huge amount of money to stay on Twitch. And why are these companies like Twitch or Kick or Rumble giving these young content creators money? Because they see the influence and the power that they have. They can get viewers to stay on a stream for a long period of time and put money into subscribing and following. And that is valuable. Some other things that I've noticed, Kai is still Kai. He's still a household name, and he still has motion. I don't think we understand how big these people are. Like, because we are able to click on a stream and see them streaming and they're doing things that we can relate to, we think that, oh, they're just regular people. And yes, they're just regular humans. I'm not trying to say that, oh, they are better than us or anything like that. I'm just saying that they have a lot of influence. The music industry is calling influencers to help them promote, help them market their talent. Again, showing the influence. And they are paying them a lot of money because the Kai Cenats, the Urages, the Aidens, they have the influence and they have the power to get viewers to like or not like something or someone. So this is another example of showing the power and influence that streamers and content creators have. The next two examples that I speak about are going to emphasize that my prediction is going to be correct. A content creator or a social media influencer in the next 30 to 50 years will run for president and will win. The first example is Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala Harris. I don't know if you guys understand, but these presidential candidates are looking for Taylor Swift to endorse them because they know how valuable Taylor Swift is. Taylor Swift gets people to go vote for presidents. I know some of you guys think that this shouldn't be news. It shouldn't matter that Taylor Swift is voting for Kamala. But there are a bunch of people that live their lives following what influencers do and following what influencers say. So if Taylor Swift, with all the fans that she has, with all the power that she has, says, oh, I am voting for Kamala, there are a bunch of people that are going to go to those voting machines and they're going to vote for the same person that Taylor Swift has voted for. It shows the influence and power that Taylor Swift has. And we already know that Taylor Swift has the money. She sells a lot. She is the only artist this year that sold over 1 million copies. She is a mega star. Why do you think that the NFL is pushing her so much? Because she has so much power. Or she can bring in different audiences. She can get different people to pay attention to different things. The second example that I'm going to speak about is when Donald Trump went onto the Aiden Ross show. Some people thought that it was funny. Some people thought that, oh, why would a presidential candidate go onto a streamer's stream? But they are doing it for a reason. They know that streamers have the ear of the youth. And they know that they have the ear of younger voters. I read an article where it explained this. Influencers have a lot of power. Influencers can get the younger voters to come out and vote. That's another reason why Trump and Kamala are bringing out these social media influencers. For instance, Kamala brought out Quavo and Meg Thee Stallion and a bunch of other people. Donald Trump brought out Amber Rose and Hulk Hogan. Those are influencers. Hulk Hogan nor Amber Rose have any political ties. They are merely influencers. As for Kamala, Meg Thee Stallion nor Quavo have never been in a seat of a congressman or a congresswoman or a state senator or a mayor or none of those things, but they still have value in the political field. You know why? Because they can get people to vote. And that is another thing that you guys need to understand. The influence, the money, the power, all of those things can get people to vote. They can influence people to vote. So both sides, the Republicans and the Democrats, see how valuable influencers are. And they see that they can use influencers to get people to vote. So what happens when the influencer says, I don't want to be a pawn in the political machine. I want to be a part of the political machine, and I want to be ahead of the political machine. I want to be a president. I don't want to have presidential candidates come onto my stream and be at risk of damaging my name, and some of their politics and some of their policies don't align with what I believe in. Why don't I just become a presidential candidate and I could get a bunch of these viewers to just vote for me? Of course, it's not as easy as just getting the 300,000 viewers to just go and vote. That's not enough. But that's where the money and the networking and the connections come to play. That's where the example of speed having motion in different countries come to play, because it adds to the value of influencers. And that is also where Logan Paul, KSI, and Mr. Beast infiltrating the food and beverage industry holds value, because it shows that they can get network with other big companies that have power in the United States. And those companies can help them if they wanted to have a campaign. Those companies can back them. Those companies can become allies for any one of these people that want to run for president in the next 30 to 50 years. Donald Trump is the blueprint. And if any of these influencers realize, oh, I can be the next Donald Trump. I may be 20 or 30 now, but in the next 30 to 50 years, I will be the age of Donald Trump, Joe Biden, or Kamala Harris, or any of the presidents. And as I get older, my fan base will get older, and they will be going to vote. So as big as these streamers get, and as much money and influence and power that they get, one of them can come to the conclusion that maybe I can run for president. And if they run for president, I believe that they will win. Because one thing Donald Trump has showed us is that you don't need to be smart. You don't need to have a whole bunch of background in politics. You don't need none of those things. You just have to have enough money, enough power, and enough influence to get into the White House. And I believe that all of these streamers in 30 to 50 years, they will have enough money, they will have enough influence, and they will have enough power to get people to vote for them and to get into the White House. And all of their stories show the American dream, how you can go from having nothing to working your ass off into having something. And then one day saying, yo, I want to make it better for the people after me, and I want our country to be better. I want our country to be great again. You get enough people to believe in your policy, you get enough people to like you enough to go and vote for you, and voila, Casanet is the president of the United States in 2067. Speed is the president of the United States in 2067. Mr. Beast is the president of the United States in 2067. You're going to think I'm crazy until the next 30 to 50 years you see one of them as the president of the United States. Now, don't let the government start allowing younger people to be president, because you put enough money behind a good campaign for any of the social media influencers that I named, you will see one of them become president sooner than later. But at one point, a light bulb will turn on in their head and they will realize, yo, I have all of this power. Maybe I have the power to get people to elect me as president. And don't let Taylor Swift want to be president, because if she ran and if people put money behind her, like, she has money, but you're going to need even more money to run. If they put even more money behind Taylor Swift and Taylor Swift said, I want to be president, there will be a lot of people that will vote for her. Y'all might call me crazy. Y'all might call me whatever. But I believe that this is going to happen in the next 30 to 50 years. Watch. Mark my words. And even if you think I'm crazy, I think that this is a good take. So even if you think I'm crazy, give me the grace and benefit of doubt to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you for watching. It's Tony from the It's Tony podcast. And I'll see y'all in the next video.